Hey guys, Alina Popa here again for Wings of Strength. We just witnessed the finals at Puerto Rico Pro here in Bahamas of women's bodybuilding, women's physique and figure. There were just a couple of changes compared to the notes I took this morning. Going into women's bodybuilding, Nadia Capotosto won it. That was her first pro show as a bodybuilder, and let me tell you, she was extremely excited about it. Everything about her was great in this lineup. She was massive. She has a lot of size, conditioned. She had hardness, density. She looked absolutely beautiful. I love her posing routine. The details and definitions on her glutes were remarkable. I have to say that I see a great future for her. She got her Olympia card, and we're going to see her in Orlando in October. I'm really happy for her. Congratulations, Nadia. Second place was Margita Zamolova. A little switch there between her and Heather. I anticipated Heather in second and Margita in third, but it happened the other way around, and I can see why. The judges probably went with a better, more aesthetical flow from this perspective, even if Margita was a bit smaller. But she definitely has a lot of density, and her conditioning was also unbelievable. Her glutes, everything. She was polished from head to toe. Heather Grace, also switching from the physique department, got third place. I see a lot of improvements. Her lats look great. She needs to work a little bit on her quads and hamstrings. But other than that, I think she did pretty good in this division. Switching in fourth, we had Stacey Nunes from Los Angeles, California. I think she needed a little bit more conditioning. It's very interesting because the top three was extremely conditioned, and the second part, the next top three, actually could have benefited a little bit more from conditioning. All three ladies, Stacey Nunes in fourth, Susanna Jacobs in fifth, and Jennifer Sweeney in sixth, could have benefited from being drier, harder, and more conditioned. Well, we have next show, Omaha Pro, in 2 weeks, so we hope that we see these ladies with conditioning more and more coming in a better way for Omaha, Chicago, Savannah, Norfolk, and all the shows that are we're gonna have. Switching to women's physique division, we had Tanya Chartrand winning this. It was between her and Kristel Zarovska in the morning. They were both in great shape, but Tanya won it. I think it was the density. She had more density in her muscles, more maturity. Tanya is always in great shape, but today she was really ripped and defined and conditioned, so she won. Again, second place was Kristel Zarovska with great conditioning, but she was a little bit softer on the back. She was very polished and very nicely flowing athletic physique on the front, but on the back she was a little softer, and I think this is where Tanya got ahead of her. On the third place was a sensational lady, Elissa Manuel Bentazorzetto from Brazil. I particularly liked her muscle bellies. They were so big and so round, and I can see, I actually told her, I think in a year or two of working hard and training hard, that structure is perfect for women's bodybuilding. I think her structure is actually better for bodybuilding than the physique, but now because she only has 4 years of training, she told me, she lacks a little bit of size to be in the bodybuilding division and a little bit of hardness and density and conditioning. But those things, in a couple of years, I see her as a new star in the women's bodybuilding class if she decides to switch. But definitely she's got all that potential there. Fourth place was Candice Wilmore from Maryland. A really nice thick details on the back, small waist. She needs more details on her legs, I found, and size on her legs, definitely. Fifth place was Anne Gruber. Anne had a very nice, pleasing physique, great conditioning, a little thicker waist. And sixth place was Julia Wiederschel, which I saw on fifth yesterday. Absolutely amazing conditioning, a little thicker in the waist, long torso, lots of muscles on her. So we'll see how that works for her in the future in this division. Maybe interesting addition would be widening her lats and switching to bodybuilding. She's saying, but her conditioning was definitely amazing. I just want to add a couple of things. I really loved Aubrey Whitley's look. Very beautiful lines, very pretty. She needs a little more density and conditioning, but definitely she caught my attention in that lineup, as well as Katherine Hall. Katherine is, I've seen her in a couple of other shows. I think she has an amazing structure, beautiful structure, but she needs more conditioning and density, and at that point she can start doing some damage. Okay, last division was figure, and in figure we had one of my favorites, Jessica Reyes Padilla, winning. She is no stranger to the winner's circle. She's been 7 times in the Olympia. She won this show, Puerto Rico Pro, 3 times. This is the 3rd time. She won an Arnold, she won a New York Pro, so she's definitely in the winner's circle. She was, from head to toe, the absolute winner. Great conditioning, great presentation, except for one little detail. I don't know if it's a matter of balance or if she's nervous. She was shaking a little bit, so I think that once she nails that down too, that would be 100% impeccable package and presentation. So I was really happy with how that turned out. Second place was from Mexico, Myra Rocha Hernandez. As I was saying a little earlier, I felt like her, she had a little bit over definition on her leg, the feathering on her quads, which is a little bit too much for figure division. But she definitely held her position very well, and she got second place. I was really happy with how that turned out too. Third place was Heather Dees. Heather is one of my favorites. She has this stunning, beautiful look that I like to look at. The presentation, the smile, the energy she exudes on stage is absolutely fabulous, fantastic. She was a little softer, but the look and the flow of her muscles really put her ahead on the 3rd place. 4th place was Kristin Mcgregor, who has one of the smallest waists I've ever seen in my life. Awesome V-shape, beautiful lines. She just needs a little bit more maturity. I think she's a very new athlete, so as soon as she's been putting in the work and the years or the time into this process, I think she's going to look amazing for the future years. She's definitely a threat. Jacqueline Hurry was 5th place. Very pretty lines, a little bit soft on the glutes, I would say. And the top 6 ended with Juana Carparelli from Italy with really great conditioning. So this was our top 6 in figure. Ran over through female bodybuilding, women's physique and figure, and I'm gonna come back tonight with the bikini, wellness and fitness division. So stay tuned in a couple of hours. We're gonna find out what's gonna happen there. Thanks for watching, guys.